Hello, everybody. It's Mike Young, lifestyle nutritionist with aPlantBasedDiet.org. Welcome to chapter 50 of the Live to 150 V-book. We're like a third of the way through, I guess. We're doing 150 chapters, and there's so much to talk about. This is on stroke, heart attack, cardiovascular disease. The doctors, the physicians call it arteriosclerosis, I think. I'm not a doctor, okay? Doesn't even matter what you call it. You know what we're talking about. It's a disease inside of your circulatory system where things get messed up. And if you want to know the technical stuff, you only need to be a plumber to understand this. Basically, you're lining the insides of your transport for blood in your pipes, excuse me, with drink here, water. Doing a lot of chapters today with gunk. Gunk is lining up the pipes. And when the gunk lines up the pipes, one of two things happens. You either get a heart attack or a stroke eventually. That's what happens. If you want to learn more about the science behind this, please go to healthyveganfood.info. That's healthyveganfood.info. It goes to our nonprofit website, talks, and then scroll down, you'll see two videos there from Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn. Well, he will explain the entire thing, why you should never have a single drop of oil, because that's the key to this. If you haven't figured it out already, this chapter and the previous two, do not eat a diet with a high percentage of calories from fat. Eat a diet with a low percentage of calories from fat. It's really maximum 20%, but should be lower than that. The least amount of fat you possibly can have, because it's going to accumulate in you. It's just like you wouldn't pour oil or grease down the drain because it'll accumulate in your pipes, right? Well, why would you want to eat a food that does the same thing to you? It doesn't make any sense, does it? It makes no sense. You're just going to damage yourself. You're going to harm yourself. And according to Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn, if you watch these videos I told you about, healthyveganfood.info, he will explain to you how you can make yourself heart attack proof. And a lot of it is quantified by taking blood tests, pulling blood out. I don't do that. I go to somebody else that does it. They can run a test for you. They can give you your cholesterol number. Once you get that thing below 150, that's funny. It correlates with the age. You're going to live to 150. You're going to have a cholesterol level below 150. Actually, it's probably going to be way below 150 if you're doing this right. I think last time mom was checked, it was like 112, something like that. Okay. So I got heart attack proof. I'm heart attack proof because I'm not eating the food that's causing the heart attacks. And of course, I think most people, when they hear about that, they're like, oh, I don't eat fried foods that much. I'm good. That's not it. Go back to chapter 42. Frying is the absolute worst way to prepare a food, but and it's also got acrylamides in it too, almost certainly, for sure. You got to not eat the foods that have a high percentage of calories from fat. And there are many ways you can screw up by still eating a whole food plant-based diet. You could be eating too many nuts, seeds, and avocados. You could be eating too much durian fruit, etc., etc. Any kind of whole plant that has a high percentage of calories and fat, you still should eat those plants. You just have to learn. Actually, that's another way to moderate. Some moderation on those. You have to limit yourself on purpose. The other plants, unless you're allergic to them, you wouldn't limit if you're allergic. But if you're not allergic, don't worry. Just eat a huge variety of all the food you can eat. Only focus in on that. And of course, if you want a visual as to what that looks like, check out our food pyramid, aPlantBasedDiet.org. It's our logo on our website, Facebook page. I got a whole chapter on that. It was chapter 43, right after the food one. So the takeaway here is it's not that complicated. The last two chapters were on type 2 diabetes. Then there was type 3 diabetes, which is the one before this on chapter 49. Then you got chapter 50, where we are right now, on circulatory system issues. They're all related. They're all related to eating too high of a percentage of calories from fat. If you don't know any of the technical terms, or you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about, I don't have time to make calculations. If a food feels rich to you when you eat it, almost certainly it's got way too high of a percentage of calories from fat. And there's many other foods that also would surprise you, and they're all probably prepared foods that somebody else prepared for you, foods that you're preparing for yourself, because you need to eat the food as grown. Food, the actual medicine is the food as grown, the plants, the organic, mostly whole plants, limiting nuts, seeds, avocados, and durian and things like that that are high in fat. And it's only a few. So I can name 4 of them right there, because those are the only ones you're probably going to even come in contact with. So that's it. All you have to do is be mindful, be smart, make the right choices. And these last 3 chapters, even though they involve probably almost all the people that you know, and you think it's genetic, which it's not, you can avoid almost all these problems going forward just by making the right choices. So if you got some experiences with this, I don't know, maybe you had a heart attack, maybe you had a stroke. And by the way, none of the procedures that these doctors do after you have a heart attack or stroke have anything to do with the root cause of the problem. I mean, I think my wife Denise told me that these stents that they put in to open your valves up, they're only temporary. They're going to eventually collapse anyway. Okay, it's a human-made product. It's not like the human body is designed to last 150 years, like I'm talking about here. Those things are not designed. They might, if they last 15 years, I have a feeling you got a really good deal. So if you got one of those suckers put in at age 60, you only got to like 75, unless you're going to go into the knife again and get constant operations, or you just change your lifestyle. That's what you need to do, and then get the thing out of there. But that's a whole other thing. You talk to your doctor about that. We're just talking about the food, but if you change the food, your doctor's going to notice. Your doctor's going to wonder why you got so much better. So you can tell them about the book here too. So in the comments, write about your experiences with strokes, heart attacks, any kind of circulatory systems, diseases, the drugs that they make you take, because you have high cholesterol levels, these types of things. Love to hear about it. Love to hear some success stories. It'll help to motivate people. Thank you so much for watching. And of course, be sure to like the video if you got some value out of it. And of course, subscribe to the channel so you get notification next time we get another chapter coming out. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next chapter. Bye-bye.